So I guess what we could do is, so why don't we start with you, Joe, since you're here, and if you have any questions like pertaining to resume writing or interviewing, just type it and then we'll take turns answering. You've never had a job, okay. What kind of job do you want? Okay. Like programming, like at the technical end or like the design end?
Oh, cool.
Okay. Do you have any academic experience in social media or web design? So you're in school right now? So are you in school right now? Okay. So do you have any kind of portfolio of your work? Yeah, what I can do is I'm gonna share my portfolio just so you can see and kind of get an idea a little bit. And Lorena, do you have a portfolio? I know, Greg, basically your whole life is a portfolio. So Lorena, do you have a portfolio?
I do. Let me see if I can pull up some.
Do you mind if I share mine first?
No, go for it.
Hello, Chihuahua.
So cute.
The Taco Bell dog, right?
Right?
I'm gonna share my screen. I don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh, you look so nice there.
Can you see my portfolio?
Yep.
This is weird though. Hold on. There we go. All right, so you can see it?
Yep.
Okay, so you can make these portfolios on Wix, and they're free, and they're pretty easy to build. So at the bottom here, I have an About Me page, which is basically just biography, you know, short little biography that I put together. And then this is my resume. I do a profile which kind of like summarizes myself, and then I broke down like professional titles that I've had, and then I have leadership skills, communication skills, planning and organizational skills. So I have a skills-based resume. I don't tie it to a specific job. And then so professional titles basically tells you a little bit about my work history. And then on the side here, under my picture, I've got degrees, certifications, technical skills, and fun facts.
Yeah.
And so, it's kind of extensive on the internet. When I do turn in a resume, I just kind of pick and choose the stuff that fits best with the job description that I'm going for. And then I kind of, pull from there. And Lorinda, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about what you're seeing here, and if Lorinda, you've written a lot of resumes and you've done a lot of work in this field. So do you want to explain a little bit about what you're looking at? And
Sure. Just to give you a little background, I worked in HR for a long time before I opened my business and started doing freelance. So looking at Emily's, what's really good. Personally, I love how you do this. I've actually never seen a portfolio this way online. I've always seen them in paper, and I think I'm going to copy your idea here because this is really good. But just from looking at it, what's nice is that she has the breakdown, the professional, leadership, communication, planning. All of her major skill sets are there, which pertain to whatever job she would be looking for. And like when you're applying for a job, the thing is where people make mistakes is that they don't highlight their strengths, because something you may see as very basic and not important may be the one thing that makes you stand out. You know what I'm saying? So like on the bottom, Emily has the fun facts. That's really awesome because a person, let's say, is interested in nonprofit organizations, and they see that she started a 501c3. That's something that pops out, or like the technical skills, everything that she's worked on, those type of things really pop out. So it's important to, to highlight those things. And I'm telling you, I love the way you have it because this makes it easy too when you apply for a job. If you just take each section, like you said, and kind of tailor it to the job.
Well, and also I just want to point out that these places that I've worked are all linked. Oh. So you can go to NMD United, you can go to Austin Community College, so you can kind of get to all these places that I've worked. And if you look at the first word in all of my skills, president, piloting, nominated, provide, and I try to give a lot of facts. It's not subjective, it's very factual. And I try to use numbers. I'm trying to find where I usually encourage people to try to use numbers or give like a lot of like specifics. So taught full-time journalism, secondary reading and ESL, English and yearbook for 7 years. I probably should have written how many new teachers I mentored. So, I mean, there's some things I can make, I could have probably made it a little better. I was kind of in a hurry. I was doing it for a graduate class. So there's my resume. And then if you look here at the bottom, it goes about, and then I have goals. And so I have a quote, a goal is a dream with a deadline. And then I have, my plan in life. And this is all bullshit. I actually don't care about any of this really that much. But I needed to do it for my class. And it was a class on becoming an administrator of a school. I really don't want to be an administrator of a school. So, yes, and you said in the chat, Joe, that I managed the theater booth at my high school theater for 4 years. Would that be something I would mention? Absolutely. Absolutely. So within the next 3 years, and the next 6 years, 9 years until retirement. That's kind of my fake plan. So then I have a philosophy. So I came up with my leadership philosophy. This is all bullshit, but I did it. I just wrote it. I'm really good at writing, and I just came up with stuff. So this is I don't even want to read it. It's silly. And then I do like questions and answers. Below are my responses to issues regarding educational leadership. So I have like frequently asked questions kind of thing. And these are my answers. And so that's all under philosophy. And then artifacts. So this is kind of fun. I have artifacts of my life. So I have school and community leadership. This is one area. So I have a picture from me when I was in the AmeriCorps, an article that was written on me, a little article that I wrote for the school paper with the principal saying, super job. And this explains kind of where this came from, my reflection, and then a description of each artifact. And then second artifact, this is my instructional leadership. When I was a teacher, so I have a newspaper that you could download, a student newspaper, when I was the publications advisor. And then I have an example of a brochure that I made. And this is my a picture of a bulletin board I did at work. And it kind of goes through. And then the last one, I have me as an administrative leadership. This is me as a project director at the Silk. I'm making copies. And reflection. And then here, last page, contact me, information on how to get a hold of me. So in a fun world, I could theoretically send the link or include the link in my cover letter, and people could go and learn more about me like that. But a lot of jobs aren't really, a lot of jobs are, I'm kind of this is kind of a big thing. I don't know if it's going to, I don't know if it'll help me or not, but I just put it together, kind of thought it was fun to make, and now it's done. So, but yeah, that's that. So that's kind of an explanation of what I'm doing. But yeah, if anything that you've done that has a skill that came out of it, Joe, you're going to want to include that in your resume. And volunteering or getting a portfolio together of samples of your work and putting together your own portfolio page, especially if you're interested in web design and social media, this would be a good example to provide them. You're putting your what's the word? What's the expression? Where your mouth is or whatever, you're putting your
money where your mouth is.
Yeah, money where your mouth is.
Right.
So so this is it. If you're telling me you're a web designer, then damn it, turn in a portfolio to me that's on the internet.
Right.
So I'm gonna be done sharing right now. All right, so Lorenda, do you want to share one?
Yeah, I don't have anything that nice though.
Stop it.
No, yours is really good. Yours is well put together. Let me see. How do I share?
At the bottom of the little window,
Uh-huh.
You're gonna go to share screen. And you can choose your.
Okay, I'm just gonna share the whole screen and then I'll.
Well, you could share the area that you want, but okay.
Can you see it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wait. Share a new window. That's not what I want. Let's try this. Okay, what do you see? You see the resume, right?
Yeah. Now I see it.
Okay, cool. Let me know if does this mess it up at all?
Not at all.
Okay, perfect. So this, I'm going to show you a few resumes that I've done that are people that actually got the job. This one is a much longer resume. Typically one page is best. But this specific person, he had received his, I think it was a master's in leadership, and he was looking to get into the school district. So what we did was I don't think I have his original resume. His original resume was maybe 10 sentences, no bullets, and nothing was, it was really bad. And nothing was cohesive. It was just random information with his address on top. It was really bad. But he was looking for a specific job. So what I did was I took the job that he was applying for, and we went through it, and I said, okay, what of these things do you have, what of these skills listed do you actually have? And he had like 95% of it. So all I did was I took that information and I rewrote it so that it was almost exactly what was found in the job description. So like they wanted, if I remember correctly, this job, they wanted to see management experience. But his only management experience was like 10 years before he started school, because he went to school, a class at a time type of thing. But I was able to incorporate it in here and highlight it enough that, that he got the job. And like, let me see, what else did we do here? Oh, and at the bottom, okay. So with this job, I started with the job history, the employment experience first, because that's what the job wanted. Then later on down the line, we went into like his education and his certifications, because those were secondary. That wasn't quite as important. But what I found is, and I was telling Emily and Greg about it earlier, is when you're applying for a job, What happens now, any government job does this, most major companies do it, a lot of medium-sized companies are doing the same thing. They have a computer system that they purchase, and every time that a resume comes in, they scan it into the system, and a certain percentage of the words from the job description have to match the words, word by word, in your resume. And then once they receive a certain score, let's say 60%, 70%, or up, those are the resumes that actually get called. So it's really important when you're building these resumes to make them tailored to the job description. You don't want to lie, but at the same time, it needs to be worded the way that they want. So this is just like, this is one example. There's another one here. Oh crap, did it close?
I think it did, sorry.
Wait, no, it's okay. Okay, this one, Aleda, you notice a lot of these are a similar format. This specific lady had experience in the medical field and management, and she wanted a job, I think it was working for NYU or something like that. So she wanted to go for this job. She heard about it through a friend of a friend, but she didn't have a good enough resume. Her resume was really bad. So again, I did the same process. The original job was, I think it was paying $50,000. And then when she got the job, they hired her. But she wanted a higher level of pay. So she was able to take this along with her cover letter, and she ended up negotiating, I think it was like $80,000. So, which was for her fantastic. So, and really the reason being was that she was able to, like, together, we worked on this together, she articulated that and highlighted some of her skills. I think one of her biggest things was the languages, that she speaks sign language, English and Spanish, but we were able to kind of move things around so that they saw right off the bat what they wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? Like the specific job requirements that they were looking for, we highlighted. So that was that one. And let me see, those are resumes. And then for me, what I use more than anything else, let me see if I can find it. Did my screen go away again?
No, it's still there.
Okay. What I use more than anything else is LinkedIn for business to business, because since I work for myself, I guess, most of the people I work for are businesses. So let me see if I can show you my profile. So that's kind of, oh wait, no, this is what I want to see. Okay, so this is my profile on LinkedIn, and I get a lot of work through LinkedIn. But basically it has my title, my job, and then like basic summary, which is like personal information about myself, and then different skills that I have, you know, things like that. But basically it's it. Wait, let me pull up the chat. What happened to my chat? I'm here talking, and I'm not even looking at the chat. I'm sorry, I apologize, because the thing is my chat disappeared. Where did it go? Where did it go? Crap. Sorry. Wait a minute. You can see the chat and the, wait. Okay, I got the chat up. So yeah, that's how I do it. It's not as fancy as Emily's. I really like yours. I'm gonna copy it. But like what I highlight too in the LinkedIn, or you know, the schools that I went to, the MDAs on there, because whatever, volunteered for them for a while. Different schools, places I've worked, you know, things like that. I just kind of
I'm gonna show you another resume that I did for my boyfriend. This was I'm sure he's gonna love me showing off his resume, but what I did is he was too lazy to apply for jobs, and so I wrote his resume, I wrote his cover letter, I applied for like a shit ton of jobs, and then all of a sudden they started calling him for interviews, and he didn't know what he applied for. Like he's like, what did you do? I just got like 4 interviews this week, and I was like, I'm like, well, you applied for this, and this. And I would send him emails telling him what he applied for, but it was really funny. Anyway, so I'll show you let's see. Do you mind if I stop your screen sharing, Miranda?
Please do.
Is my microphone working yet?
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Yay.
Hey. All right, cool. So I'm good. I'm glad you're back. You sound good. You don't sound like Darth Vader. So anyway, Joe, this is my boyfriend's. Now, my boyfriend, he had kind of a lot of weird jobs that didn't really fit to what he wanted to do. And so that's why I like the skills-based resume, because the skills-based resume, it allows you to not really focus on your employment history. It's more about what you can offer in your skill set. And so like if you're managing PCAs, and if you're doing like if you're managing PCAs at all in your life, that is a huge advantage.
That's a full-time job.
Right, and that is skills. That is all about communication skills. It's all about trust. It's all about organization. It's all, you know what I mean? So you need to put those skills to work and make that the highlight, you know? So for instance, so you're looking at Dan's resume up here, and it's like experienced key cashier and customer service professional, able to adapt to the ever-changing daily demands of a storefront or call center while pursuing a bachelor's degree part-time in psychology. So he was trying to get a job, I think, at a call center. A trusted key holder and cash handler, I can effectively communicate with individuals of all ages and of diverse cultural, economic, and educational backgrounds. Trustworthy, courteous, punctual, detail-oriented are all attributes that have been used to describe me by my past and current supervisors. So the qualification summary is more like a subjective kind of view of yourself. It's not factual, all right? So it's really just like, this is how great I am, you know, here I am. And here, you know, this is why you'd like me. And, you know, and he's working at a call center with people's financial information. So I really wanted to stress how trustworthy he is, okay? So then you look at the experience. And, you know, once again, he keeps stressing key cashier, but, you know, served as a trainer for new team members, supervised employee performance by conducting regular audits, handled customer inquiries, coached employees. Like, these are facts. You know, you can't argue with any of this stuff. This is stuff that it's just tasks that he did, and it has nothing to do with, like, you know, feeling. Did you do it or didn't you do it? And he broke it into customer service, cash handling, software, technical ability. And so those are, you know, because that's what the call center was going to look for. And then he went to employment history, because he was, you know, HEB, the grocery store. That's a grocery store in Texas. You know, that's not really that fancy. He was my personal attendant. Still not that fancy. He was a deck electrician and camera operator, which has absolutely nothing to do with what he's doing in this job. And he's a camera and field audio operator. So, like, these are, you know, that's his employment history. It's really kind of weird. But it connects together. There's not a lot of overlapping. I mean, it ties in well. And then there's got his education, you know, what he's focused on, what he's doing. And so that was his thing. So if I were you, for something like, you know, employment history, instead of doing employment, I would say like projects, volunteer projects, community projects. Like, I'd make it sound like you know, you had more, you know, you don't have to say like, I had a job. So Greg, do you have anything you want to add?
Hold on, you got me mid-swallow.
But he was just kind of watching to see how this would go. I was hoping more people would show up, but I think that most people don't want to get a job.
Well, what I do is I'm constantly looking for jobs, you know, even though, I mean, my job is to find jobs, speaking jobs. And so I put together like a portfolio to present myself as a speaker.
Mm-hmm. This is the website, right? Basically.
Well, yeah, I'm finding that, I mean, I have the website, but I think people want to see a document. And I think one of the things I do, I put together a client kit. It's kind of a scroll through that shows my highlights. I'll just show it to you real quick.
Okay.
Is it sharing? Oh, wait, here we go.
All right.
Sharing? So anyway, this is a PDF file that's online. And so I send clients here, and it's just got, the first page is just pictures of, you know, what I do. And then I've got, this is like more like my resume page. It just tells all the things that I did. So
Who designed your logo? Did you Did Blake do that too?
Terry O'Hare. You know Terry? From Living with MD? Terry O'Hare.
Really?
Yeah. But she did that. That was like, she did this over 10 years ago.
Wow.
Known her that long, yeah. So this is kind of like my resume page, the stuff I've done. And then I believe in pictures. They tell a lot. A picture tells 1,000 words. So here's a picture of me on stage speaking. Bunch of pictures. And then I've got the programs, the different keynotes that I give. And then who my message is perfect for. Different, types of clients.
Nice.
I do trainings and workshops. And then I have more pictures of like why I do it. And the reason is my kids. I got pictures of my kids at various stages of their lives.
Very nice.
Love it.
And then from the platform, these are links to different videos of me actually speaking. And then I got my media. So like there's an article from the Wall Street Journal.
That's awesome.
Really cool.
New York Times.
Wow.
PBS movie. NPR. New mobility.
Wow, nice.
Look at
Oh,
those.
look at you.
Look at those big wheels on that chair.
You've been doing this a while, haven't you? I can tell by your wheels.
Yeah. And there's pictures of me traveling in case clients wonder whether or not can Greg travel. Well,
See, that's good. You're answering, you're clearing out their assumptions.
right, exactly.
Yeah. I talk a lot about that with dating as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, show them what you can do up front.
Right. You want to show people because they're going to have all these ideas about you, and you have to make sure you get them to get the right ones.
Resume envy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is testimonials from clients. Letters from clients that were satisfied.
Right.
That's important too, Joe. If you're working with people and they're happy with your work, make sure that you get some kind of review, especially in your world. It's really important.
Yeah, that's critical. And more pictures of people that, what are you doing?
What was that?
My dog,
Aww.
after my speech. I think he dropped something he wants. And then this is like the rating that when you give a speech.
That's great.
The audience ratings, yeah.
Oh, nice.
One of
So
those.
basically, my portfolio did this in like the tiniest little way. You really, that's awesome. No, I mean.
Some people are telling me it's too long, but I don't know. I don't think so.
You know what? If they can throw it away if they want.
Right, they can scroll through it and read what they want to read,
Yeah, it's a file on their computer.
This is all my clients. Well, most of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You've done all of these?
All those speeches, yeah.
Are you serious, Greg?
Yeah, no, I'm not lying.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's been a long
Holy
time.
That is a crap ton of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many years?
Oh, geez. 12, 13.
Wow.
And then here's pictures of me signing my books.
I love this one with all the books on top of you.
Yeah, I like one of my favorite pictures of myself.
Love that one.
And then this thing for my podcast.
Wow.
Awesome.
And then my 30-day follow-up program. It's online. People can get that for like $19.95, and they can have me speaking to them for 30 days. And then just a summary page. I want to strengthen your event with my little skinny gimpy arms.
Well, what's cool is that I didn't even realize this, but your logo is kind of has the same motion that your fist, your strength arm thing. Like I've noticed, like it's funny because like the way your arm is shaped, it almost kind of models the way the logo moves.
Yeah, it does kind of. Yeah.
That's cool.
So anyway, that's how I'm putting myself out there.
Awesome.
Very, very well done.
How do
I
I?
mean, I'm really impressed by it.
Awesome.
Dale, did you have that before Blake did your website?
No, I just did this like in December.
Okay.
I finally put all the stuff together, you know.
Yeah, no, it takes a lot. It's so much work, but it's really well done. How's it turning out as far as, are you getting business? Are you getting?
Not really. I mean, you know, I did maybe 2 or 3 so far this year. And I have one in October in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to be doing one a month.
Right.
You know? So I just have to keep working at it.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, I mean, okay, something a little like this, right? You're attending this hangout or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you're part of, you can add this stuff to that list. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
No one's going to stop you. It's not a lie.
Right.
So, I mean, it's that, you know, really it's good. It's really good. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's one of these things where it's like actions speak louder than words. You know, you're showing, you're not telling. So those are other really important things, you know. So
hold on a second. Just real quick, I want to show you my podcast.
Wow.
how many listeners do you have on your podcast?
That's a good question. I go through a network, so I can't really. They don't want to give me the numbers.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. I'm fighting that battle right now. So anyway, this is my podcast, and you know, you can listen now online. You can download the iTunes and subscribe, so they come to your phone automatically. And then these are the most recent shows.
That's really cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
So anyway, how do I stop sharing?
At the top, just go to there's like a little green line at the top of your screen.
Yeah.
Now viewing, just click that and you can undo it. Or stop sharing, it'll say.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Got it. All right.
So, Joey, I didn't want to intimidate you, man. That wasn't the goal. But like, I basically, you know, usually when there's more people in the room, there's, you know, we have more people, so there's more contributions and stuff. It just so happens that you end up with the 3 people that focus on this probably more than anyone else, and you know,
It just gives me motivation.
well, yeah, and honestly, like, it also allows you to see that you've got people in Living with MD that have totally got their shit together in this area, and so, you know, you basically got a free, you know, what would cost most people probably, you know, $100 to get this advice, you're getting for free. So you know, it's good. It's but I mean, ideally what I do is, you know, the group comes in and I take a couple of minutes to show off. I spent a lot of time showing off tonight just because you're our guy.
So do you have any questions or any, you know, I mean, Joe, I mean, do you have anything you'd like to ask?
You guys just gave me some good motivation to make a better resume, so that helps a lot.
And if you want to share what you have with us, and you know, we can all throw our 2 cents in. We'd love to.
Do you have anything?
I do have a blog that I've been working on, but I haven't made the website myself, so it looks like crap right now.
Okay.
But
oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Tell me what.
I've been a little lazy on my blog, so I kind of need to get back into it again.
What's your blog focus?
Just funny stories of my life, pretty much.
Okay.
Not really main focus. I'm still trying to work on one.
Okay. How are your writing skills?
I'd say they're pretty good.
Okay.
Well, pretty well.
No, actually, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
You write
yeah,
well,
right.
but your skills are good. And you also notice, Greg, what's your degree in?
Broadcasting.
Okay, so you had
Broadcasting.
communication background. Lorinda, what's your degree in?
English and business communications, and then the master communication.
Yeah, and mine was English and psychology, and I was an English teacher. So
Mine's communications and digital media.
okay, good.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're in the right place. I mean, to start, you just have to start applying all these things that you're learning.
Where did you all go to school? Where did you guys go to school?
I'm going to school at California State University, or that, my bad. California State University, Sacramento.
Okay, all right.
I went to Edinburgh University of Pennsylvania, outside of Erie.
I went to Florida Atlantic in Boca, and then now I'm going to Southern New Hampshire University online.
I'm actually,
Fine. Okay.
I'm actually going to what is it called? There's an actual word for this type, but I go to Prairie View University.
Yeah, in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, but it belongs to a conference, and I can't think of the. It's basically, huh?
SWAC conference.
Yeah, it's just I go to I'm the only white girl that goes to graduate school there.
High school. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful because first of all, the people in my class, they don't like me, and I don't know why. I just think it's because I really do. I think it's because I'm like the only white lady, and they're not comfortable with me there, and I feel really bad. But they have an online program, and it's not my fault. But like, no one talks to me. I can't make any friends.
So wait a minute. You have to. It's an online thing.
Yeah, I'm doing my master's. I've done my counseling master's there, and now my administrative leadership program there. But it's all online, and so we do like little Skype things and stuff like that. But they don't like me.
Yeah, what are you doing here, white girl?
Yeah, I know, right? Get out. But I'm like, I'm a minority, I swear. I try to use my wheelchair all the time, like, please. But anyway, it's yeah.
Sure, we know you're faking it.
One time I couldn't go to the class in person because it's like a 2-hour drive and I can't get there. So I talked to the professor and she said that I could Skype in the class. And so she would bring her laptop to the class and I would get on Skype. And she put me on the projector. So she broadcast my big white face on the projector screen, like hovering over the whole class, like at the Wizard of Oz or something. And I was like so embarrassed. And I was like sitting there every Saturday, like hovering over the class like this. It was awful. Like, white lady out of our class, man.
Okay, I see why.
But anyway.
That's a different story.
It wasn't my fault.
It's all right. You guys all have huge faces on my computer screen. I have.
Yeah. But anyway, like Joe, I want to thank you for coming. I know it's kind of low attendance. We're gonna have Greg's gonna host a hangout tomorrow night. Are you going to it?
I don't know. Oh, are you asking me?
Yeah.
If I have time, I don't know if I do or not.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, Greg, you'll promote it tomorrow online, right?
Oh, yeah.
Get more attendance.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess people are just lazy and don't want to get a resume together.
I'm going to give away a gift, and I'll promote that.
A free copy of your book.
Copy of my book, right.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you for coming. I'm going to post a link to the Hangout review form.
Okay.
If you want to fill that out for me, that would be awesome. Let me get to it. I need to get this.
Before we let you off, on The Walking Dead, I think Rick's turning evil. He's going to become the antagonist.
I love that show.
We see the poster in the background.
Rick is turning into a bad guy.
I think so too.
Oh, man.
Hold on one second. I'm so sorry. It's taking a while. Lorenda, do you have any last words while I'm getting this Hangout review form thing?
No, the only thing is if you have, if you start building a resume or anything like that, feel free, and you want somebody to review it, feel free to send it to me for you for free. Of course, but
Oh, yay.
I'll take a peek at it. Or if there's like a job, and one thing, if you find a job that you like, even if you're going to apply for it or not, you kind of use that lingo when you build your resume, even if it's out of state or it doesn't matter, because I do that too a lot of times. Like I'll find a job that I like somewhere else and use that in your resume. So, but yeah, but if you start building something and you want somebody to take a look at it, I would love to.
Hey, here's a question for you. Lorinda, how did we didn't really talk much about interviewing, but how did your job go for that art gallery or the grant writing job?
They haven't contacted me back yet. But
are you serious?
Yeah, but from what I hear, they haven't hired anybody yet. I think the biggest problem they're having, because I kind of have an inside, is the money. They can't afford to hire somebody to do the job that they want because it's kind of a 3-person job, and they want to just hire one person to do it. So I haven't heard back yet. But here's what's funny with that. Once I work with SCORE, part of the Small Business Administration. I do workshops for them and things like that. So they found out that I applied for that job, and within 2 days, I got 6 requests for grant writing services. Because they're like, no, you want more clients? We'll give you clients. We don't want you to have a full-time job because then I can't do the other work. So it kind of worked out in that way.
Cool. Oh, that is good.
Yeah. So which is fine with me. I just want to do more grants. So, but the resume did get me 2 interviews. So that was pretty good.
Hey, Greg. If you don't mind, I know you're hosting tomorrow night. If you can take this link that I'm putting in the chat and save it somewhere and then post it tomorrow at the end of the hangout to get feedback, that would be really helpful. And it says Alex Landis because I'm on Alex's account.
Oh, okay. All right. So copy. And then tomorrow I should paste it at the end.
Yeah, just to get feedback. I'd love some feedback.
Okay.
But yeah, and Joe, you're kind of lucky because you're going to be doing stuff kind of probably from home, remote, right? A lot of your
More than likely, yeah.
That's good. I mean, I think that's really gonna make you an equal competitor. I don't think the disability should probably get in the way with that too much.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a person you want to talk to if you haven't already is Blake Watson. Blake Watson's done. He basically has his own web design business out of his house. So he'd be a person to talk to. But yeah. Well, thanks guys for coming.
Thank you.
You guys mind posting the links to your portfolios?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me do that right now. I will put my.
And Greg, do you ever come down to Florida?
When invited, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna, if it's okay with you, I'm gonna share your information because every now and then I pop up with clients that they like to have motivational speakers. And
Please, yeah.
like, well, but I don't do that. I'm not motivational. So, but
I'd love to. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll pass on your information.
Okay.
And Emily, I'm gonna steal your portfolio idea. I think it's great.
Well, thank you. Hey, Greg, can you put in the chat a link to your website?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. I got lost in a sea of windows here.
Yeah.
Okay, chat. Okay, my website is
I love your portfolio.
you have to type the HTTP and stuff.
Okay.
I think it'll be fine. It's just gonna save in the transcripts. And Lorinda, I don't know if do you have anything you can post or no?
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna post is my website. Why didn't I even pull up my website? That has my bio on it. Whatever. Writing.com. Cool.
Cool.
My website and the LinkedIn and all that good stuff is on there too.
Yeah, I started my own actual professional website for consulting, and I didn't post it. I didn't finish it either though. I have so many projects going on. But oh yeah, and also Joe, if you ever want to volunteer for NMD United to get some experience, let us know.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you want to do writing, let me know because I'm on the publications committee. So.
Okay. I'm good at writing.
I think we should probably end up doing a hangout on blogging. I think that would be really good too. And podcasts, Greg.
love to do that.
I would love to know more about podcasts. I want to know how to create one and set one up, and I want to learn. So, okay, well, thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Adios.
Good night.
right.
Good night.
Night.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Now I have to study for my 3 exams this week.
Woohoo! Good luck.
Yeah, right.
All right. Bye.